Hey there, devotioners. How are you? Coming a little bit closer. I want to share something that's on my heart, and hopefully, what I share will help you on your journey. I really, really do hope so. It was recently, I was on a prayer walk, and there was just so many things rummaging through my mind and even my spirit, and I wanted to release it. And so I went on this walk and just began to unload my burden to the Lord, and just like was talking to Him candidly about some of the things that was going on. And one of the things that I was talking to him about, specifically something that has really ached me, I'm just going to be real with you. And I believe after several hours, I started to get some clarity about certain things, and I want to share some things with you in this time of togetherness, this time of devotion, this time of connection. Here's my thought, and I want you to hear me very, very clearly. People know what they are doing. I don't know if you're experiencing a souring relationship or one that has soured, and you have tried repeatedly to reconcile, to try to make it right, to try to figure out what happened or what is happening, because you see the tension, you see the disconnect, and you want to make things right, but no matter what you do, it just seems that your efforts are fruitless. It just seems as though there's just barricades around the situation. It just seems like there's such a hurdle to get over, and you're wondering, what am I doing wrong? Like, how is this just keep happening? I need some help. I need understanding. I need some clarity, because truly, what is happening is really, really awful. And I am doing everything biblically, scripturally. I'm walking in obedience. I'm keeping my heart open. I'm keeping my heart pure. But somehow, the reaction or the dissonance that I am feeling is really causing my heart and my spirit to just being worn a little bit. And I want to say to you, keep doing what you're doing. Keep keeping your heart pure. I know that is difficult, but keep your heart pure before God. And I want now to encourage you, and I want you to know that people know what they are doing, and I don't want you to be naive about that, especially when it involves more than one people, whether it's a couple, family members, a group of people, a circle that operates in silent or quiet agreement. They know what they are doing, and sometimes there's one among them who knows better, who feels a nudge to do right, but oftentimes they are outnumbered, and their conviction gets buried under pressure and fear and a desire to keep the peace, allegiance. And sometimes even in marriage, you will see couples, one spouse may feel conflicted, and they're like, I know this is not the right thing to do, but because they are choosing to appease or to avoid a level of tension, they seem to acquiesce. And while they may seem like the more reasonable one, they choose the path of silence and complicity. I know this is challenging. Remember Simeon, Joseph's brother, he was the one who said to them, don't kill him, just throw him in the pit. So sometimes there's one that will seek to advocate for you, but oftentimes they are outnumbered, and those who agree together, if they're more than, chances are what they say will go into operation. So there are moments, though, when it's deeper than appeasement, and this might be where you are struggling, when it's not just passive. Talk to me. It's partnership. It's two people like Ananias and Sapphira that decided together, that agreed together that this is a course that we are going to take. They did not stumble upon the idea. They did not stumble upon the thought. They did not just stumble upon disagreement. They decided together that this is what we are going to do. And this kind of agreement is harder to combat. It's fortified by shared intent. So what do you do? What do you do when the intent to hurt, when the intent to inflict pain is shared? What do? You let God. You let God. Keep following the book. Keep obeying the scriptures. Continue as best as you can to leave your gift at the altar because you know, and try to make it right. And here is the deal. People can say whatever they want, but there is a saying, action speaks louder than words. If reconciliation and forgiveness was truly their goal, it would not be one-sided. It would be evident on both parts. I'm going to repeat. If forgiveness and reconciliation were truly their goal, it would be unmistakably clear. It would be evident. There will be action and two people will be walking toward it. People show what they want to fix. If they want to fix it, they would create a course of action to do so. They move toward what they care about. They move toward what they want to restore. People know what they are doing. So don't be fooled. I am not telling you to be a doormat. I'm not telling you to allow other people to just step on you and to do whatever they want to and make you feel, that sense of rejection and sense of loneliness and feel like, you're a nobody, you're a no good. No, that's not what I'm saying. But don't be fooled. Keep doing what you're doing. Please God. And when you please God, God will vindicate you. God will come through on your behalf because God is the only one. The reason why I'm telling you to leave it up to God is because God is the only one that is fully capable of judging justly and mercifully. Leave it up to God, but don't be fooled. If the evidence isn't there, don't let guilt and manipulation weigh you down one day more. Don't let it happen. Don't seek approval. Don't even seek for an apology at this point. Let God do it. You have done what is required of you biblically, scripturally. You have done it. Now just keep your heart pure, keep your hands clean, and let God handle the rest. Whatever is being done behind closed doors, God has a way of exposing it all. Do you understand me? And He will, because He sees all things. He sits high and He looks low. There are people like Ananias and Sapphira who partners together to do what is wrong. They would rather die in wrongdoing. They would rather die. They would rather see the destruction and continue. They would rather pretend, they would rather act, they would rather perform, they would rather go through the motions than to get it right. Because why? They know what they are doing. So don't come under that weight any longer. Let God do it. Let him fix it. And I know you might be saying it's taking too long. You might be saying I am hurting. You might be saying I'm in pain. You might be saying, my goodness, this is damaging, the things that I want to do. It may be damaging your desire, your heart, your passion, your zeal. It might be just, man. But listen, let God do it. They thought they were destroying Joseph. They thought they were gonna kill the dream. They thought. But little did they know, and little do you know today, that this process that you are going through, where you feel the rejection and you feel the dissonance and you feel the disconnect and you feel the hurt and you feel the pain and you feel it down to your pinky, the process is going to take you exactly where God has ordained for you to be. And I want to tell you something. You're going to see them again. You're going to see them again. And do you want to know how you know that you've kept a pure heart before God? Do you want to know? That when you see them again, you won't have the desire to take vengeance, even though you can, even though you should, even though you could. The desire for vengeance would subside, and all you would see is that what they meant for evil, God meant it for good. And then you're going to be able to say, it was to save much people alive. So I know right now, my friends, it hurts. Your soul has been set ablaze. You don't feel the same way you used to feel. But today, can you just lift your head up and say, God, I'm putting this in your hands one more time. And I hope with your grace to leave it there. And I am going to go after what you have called me to do. I am going to launch out into the deep, and I'm going to become everything that you have destined for me. No longer am I going to live under the weight. No longer am I going to live with this anxiety. No longer am I going to complain about their behavior. But this time, I am just going to stand up in faith, because that's what faith's all about. It's the evidence of things not seen, the substance of things hoped for. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to reach my hands to you, because there's no other help I know and I'm going to gird myself, and I am going to attach myself to the solid rock. I'm going to grip myself to the solid rock, the rock that cannot be moved. And I am going to do great exploits in the earth. Can you say that? Even if tears will begin to fall from your eyes, can you say that? And can you affirm yourself as I close out with this today? Can you affirm yourself with this statement today? I am going to be everything that God has called me to be. No matter what the situations, no matter what may come my way, I am going to pursue and I am going to attain everything that God has for me. Be blessed. We'll talk soon. Bye now.